Either way, I like to think I'm a good sport, but it's a lie. I'm a sore loser. As a youngster barely out of toddler pull-ups, I actively wished harm on those that did me wrong in playground games. Then came board games. Clue, Monopoly, Scrabble, Battleship, Snakes and Ladders. Hours sprawled on a scratchy living room rug, devouring fistfuls of buttered popcorn, cheesy crackers and chips, while swilling Kool-Aid. I did not lose with grace. Not even with the bribe of Kool-Aid and processed cheese products spread like shit on cardboard crackers. No. I ranted. I raved. I threw things. I launched verbal salvos. I demanded reinterpretation of rules. I lexplained. This made setting up play dates for a challenge for my single mother. Because frankly, no one wanted anything to do with me. And on top of that, I played violin. Do you have any idea what fodder a kid with a violin case is? I knew as a toddler that I needed cojones to withstand the teasing and unabashed ridicule that would come with being the kid that played violin. There were ceaseless taunts launched by the cool kids, Harry Keller, Michael Schultz, Monty McBride. Yeah, he was a tough one. Is that your lunch beanpole? You're gonna hit someone with that motherfucker? You bury your grandmother in there? Hey, what's in there? A machine gun. Clearly, that was at the time before that was a distinct possibility. Let's face it, when you think tough, when you think gangsta, you don't think violin. So as a babe in arms, barely walking, I unearthed the ability to stand my ground. I call it my superpower. I got mean. I took no prisoners. I was terrifying. That ferocity didn't win me many friends, but it made me a successful musician. You can't enter into the arena of professional music, endless auditions, and at last a symphony seat without bloodlust and bloodshed. After music, I moved on to a career as a political advisor in Canada, my home and native land. More bloodlust and bloodshed. Later came upheaval and relocation to these United States, my home now for almost 30 years. Life has taught me that there are never two excellent choices. There are two good choices, rarely even two good choices, and even mediocre choices aren't hugely to be found. At best, you're handed a couple of arbitrary options. Sometimes one seems better because the other is unthinkable. Other times one is simply newer, untried. Hey, that's worth a shot. And sometimes you're just so tired that it hardly matters. But I found the exception, the thing that would make me a winner every time and either way. I'm from Canada, Toronto, home of the Blue Jays, the boys of summer. Our Toronto Blue Jays won the World Series 2 years in a row, 1992 and 1993, in case that had slipped your minds. For 2 years running, our boys of summer were Grand Slam winners, heroes. There were parades, parties that lasted days and made every Torontonian feel like a winner. I lived in one of those inner city barrios where the neighbors came outdoors to celebrate. The cabron 2 doors down that I'd never met was now my best amigo. Tequila flowed, There were hot dogs, tacos, tortillas, pizzas. Not a tummy went empty, nor a thirst unslaved. You know what? Red Sox wins are different. We all celebrate privately like it's some sacred rite. We hear each other through the walls and fantasize the goodwill, hilarity, and goodies on the other side, but we would never think to breach that wall of privacy that New Englanders cherish above all else. Hey neighbor, the Red Sox just won the World Series, come on over for a drink, is not a convo I have ever heard amongst my compadres vecinos. But I've learned to live with that. My glory comes when the Boston Red Sox play the Toronto Blue Jays. It's like having two husbands, or a husband and a lover. Or maybe it's like supporting two well-loved children. When the Red Sox play the Blue Jays, I'm a winner, either way.
Way to go, Lex. Represent Canada.